Often it's the small everyday moments that show us our values. I'm Jim Walsh, CEO of Conway Hall Ethical Society. For me, ethics is about recognising the connections between us and how our actions carry into the lives of others. Otis Redding famously sang, "Try a Little Tenderness." It's a beautiful and uplifting song. However, for me, the title is the hook because it suggests doing something different. And what it suggests, tenderness, is something wonderful and often overlooked. The 20th century German philosopher Martin Heidegger, in his later work, developed the idea of letting things be, which sought to give priority to the thing, perhaps a table or a lamp, rather than the person doing the thinking. From another angle, Emmanuel Levinas, another 20th century philosopher, made the case for the person doing the thinking also doing some work. Both philosophers were, very simplistically, trying to make the case for us, the person thinking, to do something different. In their own ways, they were arguing something similar to Otis Redding, that we should try or do something different. Maybe we can make this a little easier. Imagine you've been talking to your neighbour for a while. Bits of small talk, local gossip wrapped up as news have been passed between you, when they suddenly let slip a sentiment that doesn't sit well with you, perhaps about politics, religion, or one of the many conflicts that surround so many of us. You check within yourself that you've heard them correctly. You then check that you don't agree with what they've said. What you do next is critical. This is where your values come in. Do you call them out for what they have just said? Do you try to ignore it? Or maybe you could try something different. Maybe you could try a little tenderness. You could try to call them in. You could walk beside them metaphorically and ask why they feel that way, because this has not been your experience or way of thinking. I'm not saying it will be easy. Trying a little tenderness is often really difficult. It means extending your humanity towards someone who may have just crossed a line for you. And it probably means having to rein in your instinct to call them out or to aggressively ignore their words. How we listen, how we act, how we share are all choices. We do not learn values from slogans. We discover them in action, in how we listen, how we share, and how we choose what feels right. These choices are ours, and they show us what our values actually are. Are you happy with your values? Or do you want to pick up on Otis's suggestion?